I am Kersey, and this is my puppy Buster. And recording tonight is my lovely wife Amanda.
Hello.
And I'm going to be giving a demonstrated speech on how to tie the full Windsor knot. One thing that most people don't know is that tying a knot is much like swing dancing, and the fact that with swing dancing, the man's always in the lead, but he has to be gentle and respectful. The same thing with tying a tie. That you have to control the tie, shape it to the way you want it, but still not crush or have too small of a knot. Alright? So the very first thing is to choose the type of knot that you want to tie. I personally like the full Windsor or double Windsor knot. This is because I like the fact that it's very symmetrical. It has a nice perfect triangle for the knot, and it's very easy and foolproof to use. Okay? So after that, after you decide which type of knot you want to use, you need to choose what type of tie you want to use. I personally like ties that have a little bit more of texture to them, not too thin, not too thick. And then you need to decide on what type of occasion you're going to use, what type of occasion you're going to use the tie with, and that will determine what type of pattern or what type of colors that you can use. Alright, the next thing you do is determine the length of the tie. Usually it ranges between the belly button and the top of your belt, depending on how conservative or liberal you want to go with your tie. The next thing you do is you situate your tie. I like to put the big side, the long side of the tie on my left side, and the short end on my right hand. And then you adjust it accordingly. The way that you'll adjust the tie depends on your body length and your torso length. And so for me to have a tie that end up in between my belly button and my belt line, I need to put the short end about in between the second and third button of my shirt. The next thing I do is I take the big side of my left hand and I cross it over to the right side of my tie. The big side underneath the collar that I've created, and slide the whole tie through, and then put it on the left side. And this is important. This is when you begin to mold the tie. You'll start to mold it into a triangle fashion. So after you pull it to the left, you're going to flip it underneath the knot that you're starting to create. So you have that triangle that's coming through. Then you bring it back over top of the loop that you made for your neck, and once again pull it to the left. And then that's where the triangle starts really to form. Then you take 3 fingers and you place it on the knot, and you flap the tie once again over the knot. With those 3 fingers, then you switch hands and you have the 3 fingers there. Next you take the big end, put it back underneath the tie, the loop that you created with your neck, and with the 3 fingers that you placed on the knot itself, grab the tie and pull it through. Next, you take this big end, so your knot tightens up, pull it down just a little bit if you want to eliminate the crease that sometimes forms. So then you tighten up your knot, there will be a small little end on the inside of your tie, you take that and you hold your knot and you straighten it up. Okay, and as you can see, it's just right at the tip of where my belt should go. The next thing you do is you pull the tie down to the end of the collar, and you flap it down where none of the tie is showing in the back. And if your shirt has buttons, then you make sure that you button on the collar and also of the collar right here. And the one thing I like about the Windsor knot is that when you're done, when it's time to take it off, it's very easy, very simple to take off. And the way you know you've done it right is you take the small end, pull it out of the tie, pull it, and then that's the way you know that you've tied the double Windsor correctly. And that is how you tie a full or double Windsor knot.